Good evening, everybody. What's going on? How's everybody doing this week? Let's see who we got in the chat. We got Linda Peterson, and there's New Image Landscaping Tree Service, and Heather Landskron, Johnny's Lathe Craft. Sorry, I missed your live. I just came in the last minute of it. There's Chris, my buddy. Adventure awaits. Fuzzy Adventures and more. Good evening. Thank you all for coming in. There's James Hall and Leanne Gunther and LJ Woodworks. Man, that was a nice piece. I watched your video earlier, Todd. Very nice. Very nice. Everybody go check out Todd Leginus' channel, and that's LJ Woodworks. He really knocked it out today in that video for sure. Let's see. So this is an open mic. Anybody is welcome to come up and talk about their channel or what they did this week or what they experienced. Yeah. So, well, we got concrete work being done. They just started today. They started putting up the forms for my parents' house, the Vineyard Farmhouse. And I'm excited about that. That's a lot of concrete going in. I was going to explain something, but none of you have seen the Vineyard Farmhouse. At least not yet. It's coming soon. I think after the concrete is poured, I will set up a video, even though the house won't be completely finished, and then I'll do a finish video later. Just like I did with my house. My house still needs to do a finish video where I've put the window frames on and everything. And hopefully, maybe I'll even get my front porch done with concrete. There's Papa. That's my dad, for those that you don't know. Yep. Dexter's birthday was on the... What day was that? It was on the 12th. I can't remember. Was that Sunday? No. I think it was Saturday. But he is 6 years old now. What a great little dog. Very happy with him. Arlene is in here. Good evening. And there's Debbie Dratch. She watched my video this week. Once is enough. I get it, people. I had that idea to do that with my video. I don't know that it was the best idea, although you should go check and see how bad it is. Go check and see how bad it is. You tell me. So, man, the grapes are loaded. That's scary. That's scary. Because when you got loaded grapes like this, I think even that first year when I started my YouTube channel and we had that bumper crop, these are heavy. Heavy means breaking posts. And it also means that threat of them not ripening in time for harvest. Because the more that plant has to concentrate on them, all those grapes, the longer it takes for them to ripen. Reverend Joe Jacobson is in here. Good evening. Excuse me. We like our recliner chairs that we got last week. In fact, my parents liked their sofa so much that they got one for their house as well. They bought a couch a few years ago, and they were never happy with it. So they said they got a different one. Yep. Thank you, Chris. 6 years old. 6 years old. He's already old, and I just got him. But that's okay. That's okay. I fell in love. I saw him when I was looking for a dog, and that one popped up. I knew I had to go for it. Let's see. You made some interesting statements in your video, Todd, about whether you should show certain steps because people have seen those types of steps all the time. And I would say show all the steps, but you can gloss over some of them. Some of those steps people have seen a billion times. You're right. I think about that when I was doing my first lathe video. How much am I going to show of this sucker spinning and nobody can see what it looks like? So it's one of those things you got to do a balance on. And I think based on all the videos I've seen of turning, I think you did a good job of illustrating all the steps that you took to get to where you were, to the final product. And it turned out beautiful. Let's see. I'm behind. I see Critter Creek is in here. Good evening. Thanks for stopping in. Who else did I miss anybody else? Oh, looks like I got them all. So yeah, that's a big project, them doing that concrete. And I'm not as nervous as I was when they started working on the houses and putting up siding, and you have to make sure that they're kind of going along with the vision that you had, because I was supposed to do all that stuff myself, and I just knew I couldn't do it. So we came to the conclusion to hire it out. Hey, buddy. How you doing?
Doing good. How are you?
Pretty good.
Yep. I see a bunch of folks out there.
Yeah.
Hey, Mickey. Good to see you.
So, how are you doing? I just watched your video earlier today.
The video came out today, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah. Cattle.
You guess? Don't you know?
They are so up.
Yeah, I guess so.
And I think they said that you have to break even now. You have to have. They have to calve 3 times to break even now. Because cattle are so high. But I made a deal for another one, so I got not only the one that came out of the trailer at the end of that video, I made a deal on another one, so that's coming up. I don't know when I'm going to go get her, but I got another Gilby registered. I see everybody saying hello out there. Hello, guys.
Yeah, we got Troy Sutton and who's the other one?
Leanne.
Ace.
Yep.
And Rebecca Touched by Yarn just came in.
There's Reverend Joe.
Yep.
Good to see you guys. So, yep. So I'm, buying cattle right now is just that's a heck of a deal. It's almost like buying a car.
I have a feeling things are going to get a little worse before they start getting better.
Well, and I'll tell you why the cattle market is like it is because we got a few things going on. We had the drought a few years back. The drought took a huge toll on our cattle reserves because people sold out. People were basically they butchered things that should have been our stock, what we stock with. Then we have the screwworm epidemic down in Mexico, so they're not letting any Mexican cattle in, which that helps us. people who have cattle here, it helps us because we don't want screwworms up here because it kills cattle. They burrow into their brains and it actually kills the cattle. So we don't have, they're not bringing in cattle, and we have very low. We didn't retain enough heifers. Let's just put it that way. This year I could be making bank because if I sold every calf I had, I mean, we've got right now, I've got probably 14 that I could sell, but we're going to keep them all.
Yeah.
Hey,
Plywood came in, and there's Old Man King Homestead and
Plywood. Hi, Peter. The Shoop's Wood Shop.
the Shoops Wood Shop. That one's new to me, I think.
There you go.
Sure. I'm pretty sure that's new to me.
Hey, Chris. So, yeah, that's what's going on over here with the cows and stuff. So I'm trying to create more pasture land up here with the dozer, so we can have.
I saw that, and you're really ripping it up, aren't you?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I've been, yeah. Right
How
now,
close is that to your house? Is that where you're doing it?
yeah, I'm doing it up here. It's about where I was about 350 to 400 yards from where I'm sitting right now. So we've got 90 acres up here, and most of it is wooded. And I've got a little Case 550G bulldozer, which a lot of people say, "Oh, it's too small." But if you ever watch the video, you realize it ain't. It isn't how small; it's how you use it.
It's doing the job, that's for sure. I was actually appreciating.
It's working. Just watch those trees go down.
Yes, Heather.
So
Yes, do what Heather says. Like
do
the live.
yeah, I like it.
Smash
Like it, guys.
it, bang it,
So
watch it, subscribe. Well, you are subscribed. If you're leaving a comment, you're subscribed. Hey, Bar Run Forge. Howdy, howdy, howdy.
there's Troy. Hey, Troy. It's raining up Ohio way, I think. What I understand.
Yeah, we got rain. We got rain on and off today. And Chris lives on the upwind of me, and he missed it. I think he said he missed it.
See, this is that weekend I was supposed to be in Ohio coming up, and I think they're going to get rained out up there. I mean, they're supposed to get like 3 inches of rain by tomorrow at Norwalk, and then it's supposed to. I think Friday they might get a kind of a dry day, but Saturday, Sunday looks like a washout. So yeah, I think they're going to get a bunch of rain up that way. I think rain's over for us for a little bit down here. I think we finally hit Oklahoma summer. So,
Yeah, we haven't really been getting too much rain or not enough. It's been kind of on the even keel.
raining at my house. Thank heavens, says Debbie Drock. She says it's raining at her house. Thank heavens we have crunchy grass. Yeah, I tell you what, that's usually where we are right now. We're well beyond using a lawnmower. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like our lawnmower is usually put up by now, but not this year.
This is not the time of year I'd want to visit you.
No, you don't.
Somebody
Home right now.
Somebody put a post up about some deer that got attacked to death by ticks, and they showed it, and it had like 1 billion ticks on it.
I saw that. I saw the video of all the ticks on that deer that were just crawling all over it.
Yeah, I will not be visiting you.
Well, I tell you what, we have no shortage of ticks right now. So get this. So get this: a bear come up out here and got into my trash, right? And it drug it over there into the woods and stuff. And I went out there to pick it up, and man, I tell you what, I got attacked not by a bear but by ticks. I mean, the ticks were just unbelievable. Couldn't believe it. Um, yeah, I don't like that. So
Does did you say that ozone thing you got kills stuff like fleas and ticks and stuff too?
I didn't
Tan-
say that. I
no,
said it
I
kills
didn't say you
odors.
did. I said, did you?
I said it kills odors, and it probably won't. It probably will make them pretty sick if it doesn't do, because I mean, if anything that needs oxygen, probably not going to do well with it.
Yeah.
You know,
Run it for a month.
I mean, it's
Kill
pretty.
it.
I mean, I think it runs mice out. I really do. I think it. I think it'll. I don't know what it'll do to ticks. Probably
How's
nothing.
how's your friend Mouse in your truck doing?
I hadn't seen him in a while.
Have you seen his odor? Is his odor finished? He has to be all crusty by now.
Yeah, it's all gone. It's all gone. So
Good.
yesterday, get this, a guy that I know, I went by. Well, it's the guy I'm getting the cattle. I get my cattle from. I went by to look at to look through the herd and see which heifer I wanted, and we picked out a heifer and everything, and asked him, he wanted to go to Jose's. He had never heard of Jose's. I said, "How long have you lived in Tahlequah?" He said, 63 years. I said, "You've never heard of Jose's?" "Oh, it must be new." I said, "I've been going there for 20 years and you've never heard of Jose's." I said, let's go over there. So we went over there, and I think he'll be throwing rocks at every other Mexican place he's been at in Tahlequah from now on. He had to
There-
take his wife there tonight, and she is a huge Mexican food connoisseur, and she gave it the double thumbs up, which he said is almost impossible to get her to do that. So, yeah, I couldn't. He said I'm gonna have to get out more. So I didn't even realize this was here.
Hey there, Marianne Bimler.
Howdy, Marianne.
Um, there are restaurants about around here I don't know about.
I'm sure there are, and I'm sure there's some around Tahlequah that I don't get too much down by the college because it's too woke down there. So, but I'm sure there's latte places and stuff down there.
There's Tony, our cabin in the woods. Did I say hi
There's
to Plywood?
Tony.
Did I say hi to Plywood? Good evening, Plywood. I know you've been in there for a while.
I'm sure I've heard it in the past, Plywood, but refresh our memories of where
Do
the
you
term
know?
two thumbs up. I know where another term came from, uh, but I'm not going to tell you what the term was, and it comes from back from old, basically way back in the Middle Ages, and it was something about plucking you, which means to pull a bowstring. So just saying, you can let your mind go run wild with that one.
Did that involve a voucher?
Hey, Ace says Fonzie.
Hardknack Farms is in here.
There's Wendy. Hey, Wendy. Good to see you. And James, you've still yet to say hello to James Hall, Brian.
I still say hello to James Hall. I said hi to him in the beginning. What? Wait, what? What?
I don't know. That's what. That's all. I'm just saying. That's what he said. Cisco
I
and Ebert worked at
said
two
hello
separate.
to him when he first came in. I'll show you I have proof.
Cisco and Ebert worked at two separate newspapers reviewing movies. If one liked the movie, the other one normally did not. So if the movie got two thumbs up, it was fantastic. Oh yeah, cool.
There you go.
There you go. Some of that trivia. That and what? A buck will get you a cup of coffee. Fun stuff. Here's that awkward silence again.
Well, apparently people don't like reversed videos.
Yeah, it's a weird deal to try to figure out what something likes and everything. I can honestly tell you, I put out my dozer video. What? Been a week ago now, and I really expected that video to get right around 450 views. I expected it's going to get about 450 views and it's going to die. That fooled me. So, hey, Jeff Killian.
Yeah, Jeff Killian's in here. Well, with my video, I actually originally uh, edited that video with the intention of it being in reverse, even the first week. And I went to save it, and then you have to save it and then bring the video back into iMovie and reverse it in order to do it because it's a whole video. If it was just parts, you could do it right in the iMovie. So I was, if you can say, gypped out of being able to do that the first week. So I said, well, I'm going to try it again. So I released it in reverse because
At
I
3 o'clock in the morning.
yeah, that was accident because I had it was 4 o'clock in the morning, and
It's
I
3 o'clock here.
well, okay, it was four. Meant to schedule it for 4 in the afternoon, and I even caught it. And I changed it, but apparently I didn't save the change, and I woke up the next morning and uh, I think somebody said they saw it already, or I looked at my thing and I was like, that's been out for 4 hours already.
Yeah.
Dang,
Yeah.
that is not what you want to do.
I was awake. I was up when your video came out. I looked. I mean, it popped up on my phone, and I was like, "Really? Now?"
Yeah, that's what I would have said if it had popped up, and I would have deleted it
I
or
was like,
changed it.
so yeah, and
So that was a disappointment.
Todd
And
says, "Turns out my audience doesn't like ASMR at all. It's a, it's a, that's something that you have to train people to, Todd. If you're a yacker and you've been yakking and yakking and yakking and stuff like that, and then all of a sudden you do ASMR, they tend to hate it. But if you keep doing it, they'll come on board. Trust me.
I think that certain things work for certain channels.
Runick's Workshop.
Yeah.
There you go.
Runick's Workshop. He's the one who does all the airbrushing on stuff like skateboards and motorcycle helmets and really cool work. Real cool work. Yeah, and I was watching one of my older videos, which would I think it was the which one was it? It was a countertop video, and I was like, I think I better get back to editing like that because with some new knowledge that I have about editing, but there were certain parts about that video that I need to get back to doing because I could see what was better about it.
Yeah, like I said, it's all in what your audience likes and stuff like that.
Well,
Me,
I've been talking.
I almost can't even watch a video anymore if people are going to talk through the whole thing. I almost want to turn the volume down.
Well, on some of them you can, but um, ever since I started putting out a video every Friday, my numbers go down every week. I was like, I was doing better off when I was sloughing. I was
It's a
doing better.
long. I'm going to tell you right now, it's the long game.
Yeah, I know. Well, I'm not crying about it because I know that you just have to have faith and keep going. Just keep moving on. Keep moving on. But the last 2 weeks sucked. I have never had numbers that low before in my life in my channel.
Howdy, Roger.
Yeah, hi Raja. How you doing?
It's starting to become a job, though. Yes, Todd,
You
it
just
is
started.
to do it and to actually do it to where you actually try to earn a living at YouTube. It is a job. It really
It
is. I
is a
mean,
business.
I was editing right up until the moment. I mean, I edit every spare moment. I'm always editing. I don't hardly ever get to watch anything or anything because I'm constantly editing something. Trying to get that, I got days that I got to put things out. Like I put one out today. I'll put one out Friday. Um, I have to watch the shorts to see when one's dying to see if I can put out another one, et cetera, et cetera.
For me to put out a full efforted video like a cornhole board or even the lathe video or whatever, I have to pretty much be starting my next week's video before the first one even is out.
Yeah.
So this week, I'm going to have to put out a video that's like on the spot, kind of, I talk through. I'm going to have to talk. Because it's going to be talking through setting something up. I've got several different things. I got a drill press I got to do. I got a grinder that I need to do for my tool sharpening and the tool sharpening kit that I bought to go with the grinder. I got to do something, and all of it's got to take place tomorrow so I can edit it tomorrow night.
Howdy, woodchucker.
Woodchucker, how you doing? Thanks for stopping in. Raja's leaving.
Yep. Heading on out.
Well, you have
So,
a good
huh,
day or night. I can't remember where Raja is from, but I think he's
India.
hours. Okay, he's hours ahead of us.
So, but anyway, I've got to get back on the dozer. I got a bunch of work here for that dozer. But hey, Palmetto paratrooper.
Paratrooper.
Yep.
Good evening.
I think tomorrow we're live. I've been last couple of weeks. I've gone live at like 8 o'clock at night. I think I'm going to have to do it at 5 tomorrow. It just depends upon where I'm at on what I've gotten done tomorrow. Because if I get on the dozer, I might go a little later. I don't know, but we've got homestead hangout, so I've got other folks, and I got to make sure that I don't run into their time and stuff like that. Troy, you were here 15 minutes ago.
I hope you're doing well with working on that house. Yeah, I've seen pictures of Troy, or not Troy, Eli without a brace on his leg. How's that going?
Palmetto Paratrooper says, I'm about to get on a dozer right now. I'm so tired. He's about ready to go doze. I understand that. And I tell you what, I've got some editing to do tonight. I've got to get some done. Tomorrow is Thursday, and I've got to finish up, but I've got a lot of stuff to do here on the property. So, and then Friday, I've got an auction. It's going to be 98 Friday. So,
Well, I'm glad to hear that, Troy.
have you guys ever talked about how many supporters there are, and it's really hard to get around? I struggle with it. I guess you have to split it up. I'm kind of lost there, Woodchucker. What are you talking about?
Is he talking about trying to keep up with everybody's channels?
You talking about keeping up with everybody else's channels and stuff like that?
Yeah, that's hard to do.
That's extremely hard to do.
You just have to spread it around when you can. I try to watch different ones all the time. Nobody here can say they watch everybody's 100% stuff. That would be, well, unless you're Bar Run Forge.
Maybe Russian Bar Run Forge.
I watch Bar Run Forge and I watch Johnny's stuff.
But it's really hard. It'd be really hard to do that because there's just in the community. I think I'm a member, not a member, but I've subscribed to most folks um, that are in our communities and stuff like that. And I tell you what, there's a lot of folks. I mean, a lot of folks. So James Hall sometimes watches 3 devices at once. Do you get it out? I mean, whenever you're James, when you're doing that, I've done that on lives. I've watched 2 lives at one time before. I won't do it anymore because I just can't keep up with what's going on. I've actually commented in one chat when I was watching another live, and it was kind of awkward. But whenever I watch a video, I really want to know exactly what's going on in that video. I'm not one of those passive viewers. I don't just kind of put a video on and just let it run type person. I'm one of those people who actually wants to see what's going on so I can bust your chops if I need to type deal.
There's Elegant Woodworks. Elegant Woodcraft. I'm sorry. I even made that mistake in my video and had to correct it with putting the headline on the video.
Rebecca's, where are you at, Rebecca? She's hoping to get to 1,000 by her birthday. Will be the 26th of July. Now I'm sub to you on both of my channels, so where are you at, Rebecca? What's the number?
That'd be cool if you came up, Dan, on panel. I know you don't always want to do that, but if you could, that would be cool. You know how to do it now. And there's no stipulations. No steps.
Okay. She doesn't know her number and she's not going to look until the day of her birthday. Okay.
Let's Trade Paint is in here.
There's Sean.
Yeah, I'm working on. I didn't get to work on that bedroom for a couple of days now, but
Howdy, old Path.
I have a certain guest coming at the end of August, and I want to have it done right so that you have a comfy place to be when you're visiting.
LJ Woodworks, do you ever have any problems with trolls whenever you're doing those vertical lives? Because I tell you what, I've tried to do some of those vertical lives on YouTube, and all it is a troll fest. Whenever
Yeah,
I
you
do
know, I
it,
don't think I'm going to do that. I don't think I'm going to do that.
man,
Who
it
was
gets
it?
bad.
Somebody just came in. Just somebody came in. Who was it? It was Pine and Oaks. In fact, I think he's been here for a little while.
Yeah, I don't know.
I recognized you when you came in, but I don't think I said hi.
Yeah, Todd, it's hard to have your moderator arm ready if you're sitting there actively making something. You better have a bunch of moderator arms ready. I tell you what, we've gotten into I mean, it's like a shooting match at times whenever we're trying to do that. Hey, Elegant Woodcraft.
Somebody's in the basement, and I don't recognize that name. So, and I don't see a picture, so I'm not going to bring it up until I see a picture.
See what I mean, folks?
And if I don't know who you are, I probably won't bring you up either. But it says Donald. That could be. No, that's not.
LJ Woodworks, you
I
get
don't know who that
5 to 10 trolls out of 180K.
I don't know who you are. I'm not bringing you up.
Yeah, I can get 50 trolls in like 80 people.
When other Johnny too. Well, one Johnny's got H in it.
Yeah,
Dan.
yeah. I got a Johnny or an H in mine. Linda's wanting to know what the name is of your guest in the basement.
Who
Hi, Linda.
does?
I can always tell when something's going on because Brian he'll get to thinking
Yeah,
about
I learned my lesson. Well,
who.
I didn't let anybody. They left. They just.
Yeah, yeah. Don't let them up. If people, you gotta realize whenever you come on these lives and stuff like that, and they have an open mic and everything, you need to go out into the chat and you need to be subbed. You need to go into the chat. You need to talk. You need to visit. You need to do all kinds of stuff. You need to make yourself known. You can't just go to somebody's live and expect to just be brought on panel
Yeah.
because
Knows it could be the same person because they can. You can change your name at a toss of a hat. I can go on my on my YouTube page and change my name in 2 seconds.
Runix Workshop says 1 minute sub is your friend. Runic, I had my deal set for 10 minutes on a sub, and I still had somebody come into the basement. They subbed and came into the basement on my live, went out into the chat because I told them, I said, you have to talk to people. I've never even heard you. You've never even said anything. They went out into the chat and they said, hello, everybody. And then it goes, is that good enough? Like that. And then they wanted me to bring them up. And I'm like, nah, it ain't happening.
Some
Yeah,
trolls are dedicated.
that's right. They are. They're
Dan.
dedicated.
Dan has fun with his trolls. He picks on them right that one night. He was for some reason he was on at like 2 o'clock in the morning, and he was in troll fest. I mean,
Yeah, it would be a troll fest at 2 in the morning.
and
Nothing good ever
the
happened.
trolls were saying stuff, and Dan would right back at him like they were his friend or something.
Oh, yeah.
The friend you keep at close distance.
Sorry, Johnny. I just wanted to talk to you. No, it wasn't you, Troy.
Oh Lord. record the fun troll night. Oh. I'm glad you had fun with that. Was he leaving already?
But
Wanted to talk to
dog, was I one of the people who went on a rant about the government? Because I can do it.
What?
What?
Nothing. Yeah. It's been an interesting week.
Black-haired, middle-aged guy was on panel. Black-haired. Let's see, who would that be? Black-haired, middle-aged guy was on panel. Would that have been? Where is he tonight?
What?
No, he ain't black-haired. What's his name?
Kevin?
No, the guy that he's on. He comes up on panel every week now. He isn't here tonight.
Oh, you're talking about Pelato.
Yeah, Roy.
Mike is making stuff. Is in here.
Troy says church camp next week. Won't be able to be in here next week. Gonna be at church camp.
Oh no. Well, we'll miss you.
Well,
We'll
Troy,
try.
I hope the weather is pleasant for you guys at church camp. I really do.
You never know.
I tell you what, Christine is up in South Dakota right now, and the weather is beautiful up there right now. The day she got there, it was 90 though, but the next day it was like 50. I'd be sick all the time if it was 90 one day and 50 the next.
Yeah, Troy wasn't on last week. Are you on tomorrow night, Troy? Oh yes, good. He is.
What time does Troy go live on Thursday night?
halfway through yours. Well, I don't know. Have you been going on at 7, Troy? I can't remember now. It seems like you changed it a little bit. Either that or you altered it 1 week or two. He goes on at 6:30. He's always been 6:30 as far as I knew, which would be 5:30 your time.
Yeah.
Oh wow. There's the troll.
There you go.
What's up, guys? I actually just wanted to pop in here so that I can show up.
That turned out amazing.
So it's all done. It's just kind of sitting here, not completely assembled, but let's go.
How many people do you know?
Trying really hard here to show it on the camera. I don't know if I can switch the camera or not, but
how many people do you know have a bassinet with a U joint?
That's fair. That's fair. That's there's a name for that. I can't remember what it is.
Well, you got to show them now that we're joking about it. What the U joint is. Upside down.
So no, it fits right there. It holds this stretcher in place.
Woodchucker.
Yeah.
I've never seen a woodchucker. Is that really you, woodchucker? Or are you a troll? Are you a troll?
No, woodchucker's a good guy.
How you doing?
Good.
I've seen you in chats and stuff, but I've never seen you.
No.
You never watched his stream?
I'll be honest, I guess I haven't.
It's okay. That was my story. That was the thing I was asking because it's hard to see everybody, and you know,
There's a lot of those channels that I haven't. I mean, I see them in the chats of other people's things, and I have not been able to get to all of them yet.
yeah. Well, hello.
Hard.
But see, coming in, that now I'm forced to check it out.
Well, that's fine too. But I just figured I'd say hi to you guys, and Elegant. I know I've watched him quite a bit, and it's been fun. And I've never caught you guys on a live stream, just busy or just time frame difference. And I guess that's basically why I don't catch you. And then I'm like, holy smokes! I said I got to go in this live because I did once and uh, it was already over, and I was like, man, I missed it.
Well, you're here now.
Yeah.
What state are you in?
I'm in Arizona.
Okay, so, but
Hot.
I'm early now. I mean, it's not even, what is it? 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock?
It's 8 o'clock here.
Hi, Leanne.
Yeah.
Well, everybody check out Woodchucker because I
Yeah.
have,
I'm gonna be in Arizona
That's not why
in
I'm on here.
now I
It
feel
was
like a boob.
Yeah,
No,
but that's
no.
not why I was coming on. But I
Well,
appreciate it.
Might
Yeah,
not be why you're coming on, but what's happening.
yeah. Just I know. Yeah, I get it. Um, yeah, I've actually been on Elegant a lot. Watched him do his woodworking. Is pretty cool. Yep, there it is. Yep.
it's got
He's
you.
had a lot
Which
of
is in,
trolls. He's had a lot of trolls. I don't want to go on a tangent on trolls and this and that, but I have learned a lot of stuff. Um, my opinion, and be quick. I'm not going to get into a big old long spill, but don't don't block somebody because if you block them, they will come back on another account and harass you more. So if you just mute them, they don't even know they're muted. They think they're chatting and nobody's responding to them because they're not really there.
Mhm.
So, just words of advice and stuff that I've seen in the past. If you mute, they won't even know. If you time them out, they're going to know, and then they might come back raging. So, just mute. If you just absolutely, okay, first words out of their mouth I just don't like, just mute. And they don't even know. They might pick up on it if they're a good um, troll, and they'll come on another account and maybe do it, but they won't notice. They'll think everybody's just ignoring them. So,
Well, why don't you tell us a little bit about your channel because the boob here doesn't even know.
um, yeah. So, like from the beginning, quick and short, I started my YouTube in 2010. Um, I started making first motorcycles. I chopped them up and I hit pretty quick. I got monetized and they were awesome. I built one all by myself, and then life changes, and then you can't live that chopper life of extreme stuff. They're extreme. I wanted them extreme, my head down onto paper and then onto a bike was totally radical. Um, and it was awesome. I went to a bunch of bike shows and everybody just crowded around. I didn't really want to be in the highlight. So I just kind of walked away from the bike and then everybody checked it out. And it was weird in a way. And it was like, yeah. But life changed. I wrecked on one bike. Um, and I decided, I fixed it and then sold both bikes. I built two of them almost identical, but one with a coffin tank that I made from scratch, just hand bending and then welded. And it was cool. Stretched it like 3 more inches and 3 inches off the ground, 56-degree rake, and it was awesome. But life changes and just wasn't for me. I'd love to do it again. It was only like $300 worth of material, and you had one crazy bike, but it was an XS 1100 inline four. extremely fast, 300 pounds with about 105 horse. Stupid. They can. They're lots of power, rigid, hook up and go. Um, you know, not to be stupid, but I can go buck 20 in third gear and way quicker than a crotch rocket, and that's nothing to be cool about. But I didn't ever do that except maybe once or twice. But it was time to change, and then just my YouTube kind of stretched out everywhere across the board. I lost monetization after my big hits on my choppers, and lots of people built choppers off of my video, and that was awesome. And so I just kind of lost monetization because the algorithm and everything else, and YouTube,
There's his thumbnails, buddy.
everything. Um,
Yeah, I gotta. I used to watch Choppers all
2018.
the time. I might actually be interested in that. And that,
Yeah,
I
it's
need to.
pretty. I made it to where you had no choice but like, whoa, that is extremely stupid, or you really love it. And I wanted it so radical. I wrote it full time for a year and a half, 2 years. So a lot of people comment, I haven't heard from him in a while. I think he's dead. No, I'm still here. But yeah, it was hard to not look. It was different, and I liked it, and that's my background of how I think. And so I transitioned. I was making money. I made about $500 off the videos with being monetized. I didn't know enough about YouTube to know, and I think back then um, it, it wasn't something that was a lot of knowledge like now. I moved over to having kids and everything else, and I just stopped doing it. And I thought just being on my YouTube, I didn't know putting more content was actually going to keep me alive. Then YouTube changed their algorithm and the hours, 4,000 hours or whatever, and it knocked me out. So 2018 and on, I was trying to come back. So I was doing everything, stupid stuff, funny stuff, just anything and everything. If you actually go look at all my shorts, I got them in categories. You can go check out my videos. I mean, everything from stumbling over a lawnmower just to be funny. Um, uh, just trying to find myself, find out what I wanted to do, and then I started carving and whittling. I did one live stream vertical, and I was like, a couple of them, people were watching all the time. I was just by myself, didn't even know what I was doing, and I hit 18,000 views, and I was like, whoa. So then I had a buddy said, do it horizontal because we can't watch it on TV, which he didn't know, I didn't know. Horizontal doesn't feed it as much. So I left that spot. And then I kept going back. And I kind of like doing this. So I kept going and kept going. Started made my Smokey the Bear. That was like my hit in my eyes. And it was awesome. And it's really, I don't care what anybody says, the troll or anybody, it was awesome. It was really unique. And I did it. And I was like, wow. And it took me 25 hours to do it because I didn't use a chainsaw. I just dremeled till it was correct. So, and then after that, I just ended up hooking up with Bear and the Boss Lady. And Bear commented on one of my videos, and he's like, "Dude, that's awesome. I want to see what it looks like when it's done." And then he invited me to his 10,000 live subscriber stream. And then after that, I realized a community is really where um, everybody, and I couldn't believe it. It was like a miracle. I was like, what where are all these people coming from? Who are these people?
A lot of
And
them
days
are
later, I'm going, I'm huh?
in Pennsylvania.
What's that?
A lot of them are in Ohio and Pennsylvania.
I know. And it's like, damn it, you guys are all too far away. I can't even freaking shake your hand.
Well, Troy has a meetup every year. It's
Yeah,
in lower Ohio, and there are
yeah,
people that come from as far as Washington and
yeah.
um, faraway states.
Yeah, that Ohio's like it's like 3 days of drive. I mean, it's closer to compared to other people. I agree, but it was just interesting. I was just, and then that's where I was like, wow, people are watching. And I actually met Plywood through a channel, the Woodturner. Oh shoot, what's his name? The Wacky Shack, and that was kind of like I was watching the Wacky Shack, and Plywood was there, and then that's when I was meeting Bear, and then all of a sudden Plywood's there, and I'm like, huh. I said, Plywood, what's going on? I was like, wow, I know him from there. And then like a week later, I was like, man, I go into a live stream and watch some guy do turning or whatever, and I'm like, no one's gonna be here that I know. And then there they all are, and I'm like, you got to be kidding! These guys
That
are
way.
everywhere. All these supporters are like, they're just there. You can't go on a live stream with any woodworking tools or anything without meeting somebody that is part of the community. It's like, you know.
Yeah, Todd Ledger
So
is in everybody's lives now, even the homesteaders.
yeah, it's just crazy. Everybody dips in great supporters in every direction, and so after the live stream I did with Bear, I think I cracked his wife up so bad, and that's when um, I won the cottonwood bark, and I don't even cottonwood bark. I'm like, is that like the bark or just the outer layer? And I'm new at some of the barks and stuff, but we don't have cottonwood unless we up north. But that's just crazy. It's amazing. But I didn't do any carving with a chainsaw. Um, and really, like 3 years ago, I did a bear and it had the ears cut off. But then 4 years later, 5 years later, then I was doing something. It wasn't like struck me to where I was like, oh, I want to do that, you know. So it really after that I was like, man, if Bear can be as funny as he is and be himself, I could do that too. And me and Bear think so alike. Josh is his name, but we think so alike. It's unbelievable. He sees it. He rolls on the ground laughing. I can be myself, and I feel good about it. And he texts me after the live's over, and he says, "Dude, my stomach's hurting," and it's like, wow, I didn't think I was that funny, but and he's the same way, and I joke on him on his live streams. It's so nice to know a lot of people that don't get mad. I've never had anybody get mad in any of the community people. That is awesome. Um, you really have to take things as an open, and I don't see anybody that I would have a struggle with. Um, and usually you can say, okay, I don't think I'd get along with this guy. This guy in the top right corner, I don't think I like him. He gives away koozies, off his refrigerator. You know, it's not like that.
Hey, Woodchucker, just a second. It's 11 o'clock. You don't have to, nobody has to go anywhere, but we do have to close this live out. I want to thank everybody that came into the chat tonight. It was awesome. I appreciate it. And all my moderators that protect my channel. What is that noise? Um, Thank you very much for protecting my channel. And thank you, Johnny and Dan and Tucker and Rebecca for coming here for our panel. And we'll see you next week, Wednesday, 9 o'clock Central. Say goodbye to Strobe.
Good night.